Hello everyone. Hope everyone had an amazing day today. I had a great day. Uh, $4,300 profit is what it should have been easily. However, I got greedy and I paid for it. And so, I mean, I still had an amazing day. Um, had a just an outstanding day trading. Everything was very easy. I did miss judge one trade early in the morning. Probably could have been a little more patient with it, but I ended up with almost a $2,500 profit today, which is fantastic. I'll take it. Should have been 4,300-ish, and I'll show you why. So starting out, let me go to my Discord. I want to give you what I put in my Discord today to show the guys what I was looking for Tesla. So I was looking at Tesla and I was using my long LRC on the day time frame, and I noticed that yesterday's candle was a pretty big green candle that closed above my one deviation on my long LRC. And I told the guys, I was like, hey, this has the potential to reject here in the morning and go down, and possibly, reject and come bounce off of this level, or go through this level and down to the mean. And I was really looking for upside, basically because price had moved back above. This is the 200 EMA, the 20 EMA. Those are the only two I really care about. I do have the this is an 8 and this is a 50 on a day chart, but I don't really care much about those two. It's really the 20 and 200, just like I trade my 2-minute. However, when this pushed above and out of this area, um, and I'll tell you why I did this. It was kind of interesting and good timing, right? I was looking at an Oliver Velez video that he just put out, and he was talking about he gets into swing trades, and I don't really do a lot of swing trading, so this was supposed to be a swing trade over a period of time, and it still probably could be that, but I ended up taking profit. Um, so what his trade he it's called the 3 to 5 bar swing trade, and what he does is he waits for either price to be above the 200 and the 20, and if he gets a red, as soon as he gets a color change, he'll get in and trade up to 3 to 5 bars, and then exit, wait for a red, pull back as long as it's above the 20, and if he gets color change, he gets back in. So I saw this come down, went green, had red, we had a green color change. So I was like, okay, well, I'll give it a shot. It actually aligned with my trading strategy in any event. So on the 2-minute, and here's what was amazing. I normally buy maybe 10 to 20 contracts at the money on SPX, or I'm sorry, on Tesla, or on most of my stocks. This particular stock, I bought out of the money I think my delta was around 0.25 or zero point 0.3 when I actually ended up buying it. And um, I only bought 6 because I was thinking, okay, I was going to do this maybe as a swing trade. But it's set up perfectly. Look at how this set up. This is exactly what I look for on
200 EMA cross up.
on the days that I trade the LRC, or when I'm trading the LRC strategy. So we had a move down, big push up off of the LRC right here, right? So this is what you guys can look for if you're not familiar with this strategy. Look for a push. Give yourself a little time in the morning, right? You don't have to hop in. You can try to take breakouts, and I'll show you that's what I did earlier. They're a little bit risky, right? They're too risky. Wait for confirmation, and I'll show you where I took a loss on AMD because I jumped. My AMD was my first trade that I got into, and I got into it exactly on this type of candle, and it went right up just like this. So I got out right away, had a $260 loss. But with this one, I waited for the close above the 226, close above the yellow LRC, which was fantastic. A lot of times, if you have a move that goes from across your LRCs, you're getting a significant move. So I only got in six, and then I just started trading my other trades, and I just let this thing go and go and go all the way. And here's what the crazy thing is: I had told the group that my target really was 235. Look where this thing stopped. But I got greedy, guys. I was right at 2,900 and like $85 profit right here. I had an opportunity to lock in 2,700, 2,500, 2,000, like whatever. I didn't because my psyche was off. I was thinking swing trade. I wasn't thinking, well, heck, I've already met my target. But I also had another concern or another thought is I wanted to see if I could get to the 236 and then push to fill the gap. There's a gap up to like I can't remember the exact level, around 248, 49ish, I think. So I was like, okay, this thing may go fill the gap today. That's where I went wrong. That was really dumb. I I stayed in for quite some time. I took three off, I think either this candle or this candle, which had already taken me down quite a bit, right? I'm almost 3,000 here. I think I gave back 1,000 by the time I exited only three, and then I got this pullback. I thought, okay, I'm gonna give it a little bit of room. It came above, started going back down. I went ahead and exited when I saw this pushed back down off the 20 EMA right here. And so I exited for a 1,247 profit today. As a bummer. So well, I think I ended up with like $1,000 40 something dollar, $1,000 47 profit roughly, but I took the same later on after I had kind of stopped trading. I took another call with the same option and ended up locking. I think like four more and locked in another 400, another $200. So anyway, that was just silly, me being goofy, but I should have just exited right here for right at $3,000 and taken my profit and been extremely happy. And look at this, man. I could have actually got into another trade right here and made another probably $1,000 or $500 to $800, but I didn't. So anyhow, those are my woes. That was me just being really dumb. I should have just taken my profit and called it a day, honestly. Just called it a day. However, we were still trading, and there was some really easy trade. Oh, let me go to my actual bad trade of the day. My first trade was AMD, and this is where I kind of did a breakout move. So I saw AMD. It had some downside. It it went down pre-market, pushed below the LRC level, right? And then when I saw this come up and wick down off, this is kind of what got me to take this trade right away. Is you see this wick right here? It literally pushed off. This is a long LRC. Okay. And when that pushed all the way back down, the selling pressure came in, I bought right here. Well, it actually, my rule is usually to wait for a close above, but what I noticed was not only was AMD moving, SPY was moving above a level, NASDAQ was moving above a level, Apple's Qs were moving above levels that were important levels right as this was happening. So I exited for a minus two, I think 60. I think I lost 260 on this trade. I believe 240, 260. Um, so first trade of the day wasn't really, it wasn't a bad trade, honestly. I was below my levels. I closed below my LRC. I moved below on this candle, so this should have been my initial trade. I took this one as a breakout, the first candle of the day. I really thought I was going to catch a big move down on AMD. So part of that problem for me was I had a bias, right? I was expecting something, and instead of just paying attention and watching everything else. But that's trading. So anyhow, I went on SPY. I had really good easy trades on SPY on SPX today. They were just really easy. I mean, look at this. I know, of course, I didn't catch this because I was in my Tesla and I was in the AMD kerfuffle. But I got in right here on this candle, and I held it all the way up to, I think I ended up getting out on the third candle here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the third candle. And I ended that one, I made like a $640 profit. It came back down, and I told everyone that, hey, if I get a retest of this, I'm going to possibly get back in. And sure enough, it came down to our LRC. And this is how,
200 EMA cross up.
this is just classic how you trade this strategy every single day, every day, and make profit every day. It's so easy. It rejects off of this LRC. You see a big push up, comes back down, tests it again, boom, big push up. At this point, I'm interested. Close right on or just a hair over the LRC, the yellow LRC. If I zoom in, it was just barely above. That's all I need. Boom, I enter on this candle. Um, this one I held until I actually tried selling as this was going down, a market sell on a red candle. I didn't like how hard it was moving down. So um, I really only made like 290. Of course, if I had sold up here, it would have been like about a 370 or something dollars or um, I can't remember what the total, may have been, but it was I can't remember, but it was roughly around like 360, $340 is what I could have made. But we could do that every day, right? We could talk about what could have been, should have been, but so anyway, I did then get into another trade on SPX after it crossed down below, and this time it was puts. It came down through the 20, big candle down, pushed through the 200. Almost, I think if you look at statistics, I think this is like a 85 to 90% chance once you come down and slam the 200 EMA and you go through it, your chance of continuation down is, you can look it up. I think it's like super, super high. So I entered here. I I did not hold this one for long because it came down and wicked up strong off my long LRC. I held it for just a bit. This candle was kind of weak, so I just exited, and I think I ended up exiting for like a 90 or maybe a $90 profit or so. Um, and then I got into one more, which was, this was a pretty good trade, and it was underneath. I waited for price to come up. It rejected, came down. I wasn't going to trade into my yellow LRC or my 549.50 level. So I waited and waited, and then I entered on this candle here. And I think I entered it with like 3 or 4 contracts. I came down like right away. It was kind of interesting. As soon as I entered, I must have got a really good entry. I was already up like 200 or whatever dollars just on this tiny little move. So I exited 1 or 2, and then I held and ended up hopping off as soon as I got to the 548 level for around a $490 profit. So I was really a fantastic day, and that was pretty much all of my trades. Could have could have traded again, really extended 2200. Could have got in here, traded up to the 200. Once again here, could have traded end of day. So many setups all the time with this strategy. It's just incredible. I hope you guys will give it a shot. Um, it is just truly a fantastic,
200 EMA cross up.
easy strategy, easy to follow. Um, oh, and I also wanted to go over, I'm looking at another possible swing trade or the same exact setup as I had on Tesla today. And actually, I'll go to Tesla and show you that it's possibly setting up again. Um, it is possibly setting up again. The This is what I saw on Tesla today. This was the move up. It rejected here. This is how we ended on the day. Okay. If Tesla gets above this level, this is the gap fill. That's why I held, guys. It got into the gap, and I thought I was going to get the fill all the way up to the what is that, 246.21. I think I said 249 earlier, but it's 246. So anyway, I was hoping I would get that. I was really hoping because that would have been a banger of a day, right? Um, so I didn't get it. That's okay, but I'm looking at Tesla again tomorrow. You guys should have this on your watch list. The other one we were just looking at earlier, me and the group, we kind of stayed a little after and discussed swing trading and our trades on the day. Really amazing group, guys. It's just really a lot of fun. This is what I'm looking at right now. So this is Meta. This is the long LRC that I draw in on the day chart. And I drew in yesterday this trend line. Well, today we crossed and closed over the trend line, but not only did we cross and close over on the day, we went above the 20 EMA just like Tesla did. Now Tesla's was a little higher, but that's okay. We're above it. If we get green again tomorrow, I am going for a big trade on Meta and hope I get a swing trade up to this LRC level. So hopefully this helps you guys out and you see this also. If we bring this down to a 2-minute time frame, I probably don't have to be 2-minute. My trend line had a lot of moves over it, but of course I was on the day time frame. And I'll go to a 4-hour and show you. It looks a lot like kind of like a bull flag, right? So we've come up, we have this bull flag coming down. We had a candle move over, close, another candle over. Today, in the last 4 hours of the day, the second half of the day, we went down, but we had strength pushing back up, right? So I'm looking for this to be one of those 3-bar plays. Big bar here, big bar there. So there's a lot really going for us on this on the Meta trade. So I'm looking forward to hopping in that one tomorrow and seeing how it plays out. And as you can see, the long LRC really, really gives us the levels and what to look for. So I'm thinking and I'm hoping. Now, if we have a downside in the market, we can go the other way, right? So if we have a downside in the market, this crosses down below this LRC, below the 200 EMA, we can trade down to the blue. So I kind of like where we're at. We're right on one of our levels. We have this range or this range. The only thing I talked about with the guys today is this. We may not make it all the way up, right? So last time it was on this level, it got all the way up almost 3/4 of the way. Came back down to it, consolidated, got up about halfway. Got up a little more than half, and then finally had a little pullback, and then finally made it to it. And then once it crossed the mean, look what happened. Just boom. Then it consolidates again, in between this became like a consolidation channel. Um, Honestly, if you were looking at this is a 4 hour. Every time you had a pullback to it and a green candle up, you could have bought and made a bunch of money intraday. Every single day. Every time it did it, you could have made money. Every single time, practically. A couple of those you may have got faked out, but anyhow. So watching Meta tomorrow for intraday trading as well as swing trading. I think. Oh, we were also looking at Netflix. I don't know about Netflix. It looks like it's had a pretty good run as of late. And if you look at the long LRC, it's definitely in a nice upside channel on the 4 hour. And I haven't drawn these levels up here yet, but I could see this continuing because it has rejected this my dark blue LRC, which is my -1. I could see it pushing up off of this, and you're able, and you can trade into this level, which that is what, 70 points basically, 70, 60 to 70 points to just to there. If you get above, then you have another what is that? 27 points. So I guess I can't count. Um, yeah, so 16 points. So 16 to 17 is still amazing, right? If you get that whole run, you're doing well. So anyhow, I'm going to keep an eye on Netflix as well. I don't like trading it due to the intraday, due to the volume issues, but swing trading it, I may I may have a different take on swing trading it. I think that's it, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you kind of understood, you understand how we trade the LRC strategy. If you're interested and you'd like to trade this strategy, I can tell you it's the real deal. It isn't a fake strategy. I trade with it live every day. I show my losses, I show my wins. Um, I haven't had a loss on a day, and I don't even remember when. It's been a long time. That's no joke, no lie. It's a truth. I've had losses during the day, but I have green days every day just about. So whenever I have a loss, I tend to always do better and profit more. Now some days I've only profited, you know, sometimes it's been like a $25 profit, but I was still green. I was happy about that. But um, anyhow, this is a legit strategy. It does take a little bit more than just knowing the strategy. I use the entire market to trade, so I don't want to, mislead anyone and say, you just all you have to do is do this and do that and that's it. I literally try to focus on everything. I focus on 24 different stocks at one time. I'm watching what they're doing at the same time I'm about to take my trade. I focus on NASDAQ, ES, Qs, and SPY. And Apple. I want to make sure I see what they're doing at their significant levels, so that I can make a, a very educated decision on when I'm going to get in a trade and when I'm not. Does every one of the LRC strategies work? No, but I think I'm probably about a 95% win rate, maybe more at this point. It's kind of crazy. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you don't mind, please hit that like button and subscribe. Help get the information out there. I'd love to build our community. I would love to have you guys come and join us. And hopefully I do. Hopefully we'll see you in the Discord. I will leave that link in the description below. So we're right at the end of our day. Tomorrow's Friday, guys. Be safe with your trading tomorrow. I will probably be more of a scalper on Friday. Um, I just will, I like getting in and out on Fridays. I just don't trust them. So anyway, you guys have a great evening. Thanks for